Your attention is a tremendously powerful force in your universe. It is the invisible hand that shapes reality, the divine sculptor that carves your destiny from the raw materials of infinite possibility. Every moment of focus is a vote cast for the life you will live. Every sustained thought is an order placed with the cosmic intelligence that governs all creation. You are about to discover the ancient art of focused consciousness, the skill that separates those who drift through life from those who command it. This is the mastery that transforms dreamers into achievers, wishers into manifestors, and ordinary souls into extraordinary creators of their own reality. The universe operates on one fundamental law: we attract what we focus on. This is not a suggestion or a philosophy. This is the governing principle of all manifestation. Your focus is like a magnet, drawing to you experiences, people, and circumstances that match its frequency. Whatever captures your sustained attention becomes your experienced reality. But in this age of infinite distraction, focus has become a rare and precious commodity. The modern world wages war against your attention, fragmenting it into 1,000 pieces, scattering it across countless screens and endless notifications. Yet those who master the art of focused consciousness hold the key to unlimited power, where they alone can direct the creative forces of the universe with precision and purpose. Focus is not mere concentration. It is concentrated divine energy flowing through the channel of your consciousness. When you truly focus, you align yourself with the same creative power that forms galaxies and gives birth to stars. You become a conduit for infinite intelligence, a vessel through which divine will expresses itself in tangible form. The first principle of mastering focus lies in understanding that attention is intention made manifest. Where you place your attention, there you place your creative power. If you focus on lack, you magnetize scarcity. If you focus on problems, you multiply difficulties. If you focus on fear, you attract circumstances that validate your anxiety. But when you deliberately direct your focus toward your highest vision, you activate the law of attraction in your favor. This principle was magnificently demonstrated by Michael Jordan during his early career setbacks. After being cut from his high school basketball team for being too short and lacking skill, he could have easily focused on his rejection and limitations. Instead, he maintained unwavering focus on his vision of becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. Every morning, he would visualize himself making game-winning shots, leading championship teams, and dominating opponents. He focused so intensely on this vision that he would arrive at the gym hours before practice and stay hours after, mentally rehearsing every aspect of greatness. His sustained focus on excellence, despite overwhelming evidence suggesting he wasn't naturally gifted enough, eventually attracted the opportunities, development, and circumstances that made him arguably the greatest basketball player in history. His success demonstrates that focused attention becomes magnetic attraction. When you hold your vision with unshakable focus, the universe conspires to bring that vision into manifestation. Embrace this transformative power and declare with unwavering faith, "I direct my focus to my highest vision, and my reality transforms to match my concentrated attention." The second principle of focused consciousness is the understanding that your mental diet determines your life experience. Just as your physical body is built from the food you consume, your reality is constructed from the thoughts you habitually entertain. Every thought you focus on becomes a building block in the architecture of your experience. Scripture teaches us, "Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things." This divine instruction reveals the power of selective focus, choosing deliberately what deserves your mental attention. Your mind is like a garden, and focus is your tool for cultivation. When you focus on weeds, weeds multiply. When you focus on flowers, beauty blooms. When you focus on abundance, prosperity grows. When you focus on love, relationships flourish. The quality of your focus determines the quality of your harvest. The third principle involves mastering the art of singular attention. The scattered mind achieves scattered results. The focused mind achieves miraculous outcomes. In a world that rewards multitasking, true power lies in the ability to bring all your mental energy to bear on one magnificent obsession. Consider how the sun's rays, when focused through a magnifying glass, can start a fire. Scattered sunlight merely warms, but concentrated sunlight ignites. Your mental energy follows the same principle. When you scatter your attention across dozens of desires, you create lukewarm results. When you concentrate your focus on one primary vision, you create the intensity needed for breakthrough. The biblical account of Daniel exemplifies this principle of unwavering focus. Despite being in Babylonian captivity, surrounded by pagan influences and facing threats to his life, Daniel maintained absolute focus on his spiritual practices and divine connection. 3 times daily, he opened his windows toward Jerusalem and prayed, focusing completely on his relationship with the divine. This unwavering focus, maintained even under threat of death in the lion's den, attracted divine protection and elevated him to positions of extraordinary influence in foreign kingdoms. Daniel's story reveals that focused spiritual consciousness creates supernatural results. When you maintain focus on your highest ideals, even in the midst of challenging circumstances, you activate divine forces that transcend natural limitations. The 4th principle of focus mastery is understanding the power of emotional intensity. Focus without feeling is like a car without fuel. It may look impressive, but it will not take you anywhere. The combination of focused attention and emotional intensity creates the magnetic force that attracts your desires into manifestation. When you focus on your vision with passionate emotion, you send out powerful vibrations that the universe cannot ignore. These vibrations travel through the cosmic medium, seeking and finding their vibrational match in people, circumstances, and opportunities. Your emotional intensity acts as the amplifier for your focused thoughts, broadcasting them with a strength that demands response from the creative forces of existence. This is where I invite you to take a transformative step in claiming your focusing power. In the comments below, write these words: "Divine inspiration directs my focus to my highest good." Do not underestimate the profound significance of this declaration. When you write these words, you are not simply leaving a comment, you are programming your subconscious mind with a powerful truth. You are announcing to the universe that you have awakened to your creative authority. You are stating your intention to use focus as the divine tool it was designed to be. Write it now and feel the shift in your consciousness as you claim your right to direct reality through focused attention. The 5th principle reveals that consistency transforms focus from a skill into a superpower. Occasional focus creates occasional results. Consistent focus creates miraculous transformations. The universe responds not to your peak moments of concentration, but to your persistent patterns of attention. Every day, you are voting for your future with your focus. Every sustained thought is a ballot cast for the reality you will experience. If you focus consistently on your goals, you vote for their manifestation. If you focus consistently on obstacles, you vote for their multiplication. The universe simply counts your votes and delivers the corresponding experience. Thomas Edison understood this principle throughout his legendary career as an inventor. Despite having only 3 months of formal education and being told by teachers that he was too slow to learn anything, he maintained unwavering focus on his vision of illuminating the world through innovation. Every day, he would concentrate intensely on solving specific problems, often working 18-hour days in his laboratory. He visualized solutions flowing through him, seeing himself as a channel for divine inspiration to manifest practical inventions. This wasn't mere experimentation. It was focused manifestation work performed with religious consistency. He would declare that genius was 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration, focusing his attention daily on receiving that crucial divine inspiration. His consistent, focused attention on innovation eventually attracted over 1,000 patents and revolutionary inventions that transformed civilization. His breakthrough demonstrates that persistent focus creates persistent results. When you maintain unwavering attention on your desires, you build momentum in the invisible realm that eventually breaks through into visible manifestation. The 6th principle involves understanding focus as a form of prayer. When you focus on something with pure intention and elevated emotion, You are communing with the divine creative force that responds to all sincere calls for manifestation. Your focused attention becomes a form of wordless prayer, a direct communication with the intelligence that governs all existence. The parable of the persistent widow teaches us about the power of unwavering focus in spiritual matters. Day after day, she approached the judge, focusing entirely on her request for justice. Her persistence and single-minded focus eventually wore down even an unjust judge. Jesus used this story to illustrate how much more our Divine Father responds to persistent, focused requests from His children. This parable reveals that focused persistence in prayer, whether spoken or mental, creates irresistible spiritual pressure that must be answered. Your sustained focus becomes a form of holy insistence that the universe cannot ignore. The seventh principle teaches that focus is a skill that strengthens with practice. Like any muscle, your ability to maintain concentrated attention grows stronger with consistent exercise. Every moment you choose to focus deliberately, rather than drift aimlessly, you build your focusing power. Begin with short periods of intense focus and gradually extend your capacity. Start by focusing completely on your breath for 5 minutes without allowing a single distracting thought. Then progress to focusing on your major goal for 10 minutes with total concentration. Build this capacity until you can maintain laser-like focus on your primary vision for extended periods. The eighth principle reveals that true focus involves both concentration and elimination. You must not only choose what to focus on, but also choose what to exclude from your attention. The master of focus is equally skilled at saying yes to their primary vision and no to everything that does not serve that vision. Warren Buffett exemplifies this principle of focused elimination. Known for his extraordinary investment success, Buffett attributes much of his achievement to his ability to focus intensely on a few high-quality investments rather than spreading his attention across numerous opportunities. He famously uses a 20-slot punch card mental model, imagining that he only has 20 investment decisions for his entire career. This forces him to focus only on the very best opportunities and ignore everything else, no matter how attractive it might seem. His success demonstrates that the power of focus comes not just from what you pay attention to, but from what you deliberately ignore. By eliminating distractions and secondary opportunities, you concentrate all your energy on primary objectives. Align with this principle of selective attention and declare, I focus my energy on my highest priorities and release all that does not serve my greatest vision. The ninth principle involves understanding that focused action amplifies focused thought. Mental focus alone is not enough. It must be coupled with concentrated action in the physical realm. When your thoughts and actions are perfectly aligned and focused on the same objective, you create unstoppable momentum toward manifestation. Focused action means doing the most important thing at the most important time with complete attention and maximum energy. It means refusing to scatter your efforts across multiple projects and instead concentrating your resources on the activities that will produce the greatest results toward your primary goal. The 10th principle reveals that focus creates clarity, and clarity creates confidence. When you know exactly what you want and focus on it consistently, confusion disappears and certainty emerges. This clarity of vision generates unshakable confidence because you can see your path clearly and move forward with absolute conviction. Unclear focus creates unclear results. Scattered attention produces scattered outcomes. But when you achieve crystal clear focus on your primary objective, everything else falls into proper perspective. Obstacles become stepping stones. Setbacks become setups. Delays become divine timing. Challenges become character builders. The 11th principle teaches that group focus multiplies individual power exponentially. When multiple people focus on the same objective with aligned intention, they create a concentrated force that can move mountains. This is why masterminds work, why teams achieve more than individuals, and why collective prayer produces miraculous results. Surround yourself with people who support your vision and will focus their energy on your success as you focus on theirs. Avoid those who scatter your focus or pull your attention toward lower vibrations. Your environment either enhances or diminishes your focusing power. The 12th principle reveals that focus is ultimately an act of faith. When you choose to focus consistently on a vision that has not yet manifested, you are exercising faith in the invisible forces that respond to concentrated attention. You are betting your time, energy, and mental resources on the principle that focused consciousness creates corresponding experience. This faith-based focus is not blind hope. It is intelligent action based on universal law. Just as you have faith that gravity will hold you to the earth, you can have faith that sustained focus will attract your desires. This is how the universe works, and your consistent focus is your vote of confidence in divine order. Scripture declares, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Your sustained focus is faith in action, creating substance from the invisible realm and manifesting evidence of divine response to human focus. Stand in the authority of this truth and proclaim, "My focused faith creates tangible results, and I maintain unwavering attention on my divine destiny." Focus is your birthright. Concentration is your superpower. Directed attention is your divine gift. You were created to be a master of focus, a director of cosmic energy, a commander of creative forces. Every great achievement in human history began with someone focusing intensely on a vision that others could not see. The universe is waiting for your focused command. Reality is ready to respond to your concentrated attention. Divine intelligence stands prepared to manifest whatever receives your sustained focus. Stop allowing your attention to be hijacked by every distraction that crosses your path. Stop permitting your focus to be scattered by the urgent demands of others. Stop fragmenting your creative power across 1,000 different desires. Choose your primary vision. Focus on it with laser-like intensity. Feel it with passionate emotion. Pursue it with consistent action. Feed it with daily attention. Guard it from negative influences. Nurture it with unwavering faith. Your focused attention is your vote for the reality you will experience. Cast that vote wisely, consistently, and powerfully. The universe is counting your votes and will deliver exactly what your focus has ordered. The master of focus lives in a different universe than the scattered soul. They experience accelerated manifestation, magical synchronicities, and miraculous breakthroughs because they have learned to direct the creative force of the cosmos through the lens of concentrated consciousness. You are called to join the ranks of the focused few. You are destined to master this supreme skill. You are designed to attract your highest vision through the power of sustained attention. Focus your mind, focus your heart, focus your energy, focus your life. Your destiny awaits your focused attention.